So the main issue that most people face when they actually do the Korean backdash is the timing and rhythm. They are slightly different, and I'll explain why in a second. But basically, the first thing that you need to fundamentally understand is that you are still doing this backdash. You are just cancelling it to reduce the time lag in between each one. Which means to get the max distance that your character is going to travel, you need to have him in this back state the longest out of all the actions that you're doing in your left hand to achieve that backdash. So you're going to hold back, down back, and immediately cancel into back and pause on that back. The reason why people wind up like wiggling on the spot or doing this weird thing is because you're not adhering to this rhythm. When you try and do it consistently, oh, my game has frozen, like you see I don't actually wind up cancelling that animation entirely. So that's for two reasons. Number one is to obviously give yourself more time in order to actually complete this back jump, because doing any down back input in that period will cancel the movement. But you also see that in my status window on screen, you can see that I'm actually changing to the crouch status every time I do the backdash for a split second. And that applies even if I'm doing it fast and consistently. So you want to minimize that window of vulnerability. And the same thing happens on the right side. Same thing, I go back, and I go down back, and when I let go, if I let go of it properly, I should get that automatic back input, just like on the left side. And I'm going to immediately hit back afterwards so that there's no time lag, and I achieve that back, that simulated back using that automatic back input. Okay, so now to why timing is important is because you see that if I do the backdash extremely rapidly, I wind up not actually covering the full distance that my character can backdash, and I wind up exerting more effort than is necessary to cover a set amount of distance. Now if you're super fast with it, you can just go ahead and achieve the same thing, but you know, it's up to you. In general, it's still better to let the character complete this full backdash to get the maximum distance. So if I go really, really fast, I'm still doing the backdash, but I'm not really covering any distance. Whereas if I just go fast but adhering to that same pause on the back, there's so much distance that I'm covering otherwise that I can't do if I'm just spamming the keys. How to practice this? Go back, down, let go with your fingers, make sure you get that extra input. Make sure this is correct. Make sure that input is consistent. Then practice doing then you can just speed it up in the end and you'll achieve this. It's a step-by-step process. It took me a week maybe to get this nice and solid, and then honestly like a month afterwards to be able to do it like this without any risk of accidentally misinputting or errors or whatever not. But even then, it's never gonna be perfect, and yeah, movement in Tekken is hard. Yeah, I'm not warmed up to do electrics. Have fun practicing.